Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome. Where am I looking? I was like looking here, looking there, looking at the camera. Hello, how is it going? Welcome back to another Kneejerk stream, although I guess it's not really truly Kneejerk because it's still like, we haven't even finished the first round of games yet, let alone the second round of games for all teams. But, you know, there's still going to be a lot to talk about. There's lots to react to from this game week. There's lots to think about ahead. Game week 36. Now we only have 3 weeks left, 36, 37, 38. Not too many weeks to make up points and all that good stuff. Lots of good scores to see in the chat. 80 from 152k to 106k. 100k is the aim. You're definitely getting there. Hoping to overtake me next week. Getting closer and closer. I mean, hopefully not, because I still want to go top 1k. Top 1k, is it possible? The good thing about this week so far is I'm pulling away from top 10k. I mean, given where I've been for the last few weeks, I mean, top 10k should be something I should definitely get. But I was still in the back of my mind, that's really where I want to finish. But I want to get my best ever finish now. So that means top 4,965, I think, or 4,935. I can't quite remember. But I need to get my best ever season. It will be unforgivable. It's probably a little bit harsh on myself, but it would be bad now to finish and not get my best ever rank. So I think I've just been here for so long. But I need a big second week, as we'll come on to in just a minute. Alex on 70 points. Fozzie on 68. For sure, I'll go top 10k. Nice. Melio. Okay, we'll get on questions in a minute. 85 with 14 games to play. There's a lot of games to play. Oh, Harry Maguire. I'm so gutted about that. I'm so gutted. Let's bring up the scores now. I'm just going to put on some other music that you can't hear, just for myself. I'm just going to bring the score. I'm just going to bring the score up straight away. Now, before anyone says, yes, my game week points say 74. Obviously, if you add them up, it's less than that. It's because bonus hasn't come in yet. I've already taken that into account from live FPL, as always. Make sure to check that out. So I am on 74 points with bonus. Luckily, after the game, Fernandez got bumped up to free bonus. I think Greenwood might have come down in points. The players target on free hit, triple Liverpool, triple Everton, probably at least 2 Everton, Luka Dean and Calvert-Lewin, and then I would go for some Man City players, Foden, Mahrez. How many is that? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already 7 players. Job done. Leicester defensive season, yeah. The thing is, Leicester, right? Oh, that Schmeichel move. I mean, let's be honest. I only thought about Schmeichel once I realised I had the money. Like Guaita, I had him all along. Guaita's probably my most frustrating move, I think, of the free hit, because I was just on him. As soon as I knew I was free hitting, he was my goalkeeper until I realised I had the money to do Schmeichel. And the annoying thing is, obviously they lost 4-2. Like, what happened? Like, the thing is, Leicester were pretty bad against Southampton, I thought. Against Newcastle. I mean, Evans obviously couldn't have predicted that. But it is what it is. Thought your green arrow would be bigger. I mean, once you're in like the top 5k, the ranks don't move as quick. I mean, I've knocked off 1,000 places. It's quite high, to be honest. And obviously, the reason that it's not bigger is because a lot of people had double game week players anyway, whether they free hit or not. And obviously, certain things happen, like Son scored, Dallas scored, Rafinha, Banford. They're players that some people had in their teams. And Mendy, 11 points. I mean, that kind of killed me a bit. Like, there's people that held Mendy without having a free hit. And for him to get such a... I mean, I know some people are saying, look, he didn't fall for the Panenka. Maybe we give him some credit for it. But to get a penalty save and bonus points off that penalty was just like, 11 points. So, otherwise, apart from Guaita, I'm quite happy with the free hit. I was never going to get Luka Dean anyway. I was always going to go for Castagna over him. I didn't go for Mane, who's obviously been really good, getting 11 points. But we haven't had the second round of games yet. He's got to play Man United in the next game. And I hope or think that might be slightly better for the defenders. It could be like a low-scoring game again. And to be honest, if I'd gone for Mane, I would have dropped Vardy and I would have gone for Castagna instead of Robertson. So I don't think I really would have been up by going for Mane yet. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. Zaha, though. Zaha was rubbish. He was rubbish. Eze, to be fair, really good. I mean, it was 2 deflected shots, so maybe a bit fortunate. But I thought in non-FPL terms, he played really well. But there was one attack in particular in the second half. Zaha just didn't join it. The ball was in and around the edge of the box for ages. He just didn't join the attack. It was mental. He could have just gone down the left. At least they would have had an extra body there. Whether they passed to him or whether that let them attack because he would have taken a man away in defence. Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't believe what I was watching, to be honest. But yeah, Zaha, whatever. Let's see in the second game, right? Who would I have had instead? I would have gone for Castagna. I said that. If I didn't have Zaha, if he wasn't fit, I would have gone 4-3-3 with Castagna, and look what happened there. Yeah, nightmare with Maguire, but what can you do? Maguire literally has played 76 games in the league in a row for 90 minutes. 76 league games in a row. So 71 for Man United and 5 for Leicester. Just before that, he was injured. 76, and now he gets injured the first game of a triple game week. Like, you just can't write that. You just have to laugh it off. He probably won't play over the last 2 games. There's just no need to risk him. Not with top 4, I think, is done now. Right, so top 4 is definitely going to happen for Man United. And obviously Europa League and Euros. I mean, Euros isn't as important to Man United, but it will be to him. Europa League especially. So it is what it is. It is what it is. 76 games though, and then he gets injured in this one. So yeah, but I'm not gonna worry too much about my decisions yet. Like the week is not even halfway through yet. So I'm fine. Like if Zaha gets a goal, happy days. Greenwood and Fernandes have still got 2 more games to get points in. The fact that Greenwood came off at 64 minutes potentially means that he might get a start against Leicester. He's definitely going to get minutes. I'm not sure Fernandes starts, to be honest, but we'll see. But yeah, I think like Maguire, like I've seen some people. Honestly, I've muted so many people today. Like I don't. Obviously, yes, Maguire's a nightmare, but the way people talk about injuries sometimes are just like, oh, I just don't want to listen to you. Like that's just unlucky. Same with Watkins, getting a red card, a second yellow for diving. It's just unlucky. It's just unlucky. It's what happens. I'm not going to get into what changes when I make to FPL because it doesn't really change year to year, and we're not at the season end yet. The bench is going well. Yeah, you're right, Connor. The bench is amazing. Smith Rowe 6 points, Ward and Mitchell clean sheets. Guaita's the one I'm most annoyed about, I think. Not going for Mane, not going for Aubameyang, Luka Dean I never really considered, to be honest. It's just Guaita. But Schmeichel might get something in the second game. Who knows? I honestly think that Bruno's going to start both upcoming games. I think there's a chance. But look, we don't need to speculate. It's done now. We just wait and see, right? Yeah, I'm not sure how long this stream's going to be. I had my first COVID vaccine today. So I'm feeling all right. I think like side effects are weird because I think sometimes because people tell you what side effects could happen, psychologically you think they're going to happen. So I'm feeling tired today. Now, is that because I've had the injection or is that just because I'm tired? I don't know. Like I did a 4-mile walk as soon as I got up. Maybe that hasn't helped. But yeah, we'll see how the stream goes. Thanks for the Lingard over Mitchell shout. No worries, David. No worries. Did I say that? Oh, that's because I wasn't quite sure that Mitchell was going to play twice, which might still be correct. I'm kind of glad that Lingard's doing this. It was always going to happen. I'm going to get back. I'm going to get him back next week. I don't know if I'm going to sell him. I could go through my picks for next week. I see Fernandes start. Yeah, again, he might do. There's no point in worrying about it. I'm not worried at all who starts next game. I will say my arm's a bit achy when I have to move it up or carry something, but that's about it. Anyway, Lingard not passing the eye test. I don't think he ever did. He 2 shots against Martinez. The Martinez somehow straight at him let in. A shot from outside the box against Arsenal. An assist to Bowen, where Bowen scored at the near post. Leno should have saved it. He was always a little bit lucky, but he's still got good fixtures. So I don't know if I'm going to sell him, but I'm tempted because I feel like Man City players this week could be decent. What happened to 10k viewers on each stream? I mean, I've very rarely got 10,000 viewers on each stream. It depends. Certain streams more, like deadline streams, are always going to be more popular. Next week's team. So looking ahead, why does this do this? I hate this. So annoying. This is next week's team. So Iheanacho bench is going to happen. No, I didn't. Vaccine. No, I'm not over 40. Jesus, I know I look bad. I don't look that bad, do I? No. I'm not over 40, no. For my vaccine. There's some other people there that were just as young as me, I would say. If not, maybe a couple that were younger, to be honest. Anyway, Vardy's going to be sold, probably to Banford. I don't know, Banford or Antonio. The fact that Dunk is going to be missing for the West Ham game makes me tempted to go Antonio, but I think I might go Banford. I just don't think Leeds are going to let up no matter who they play against. And Rafinha's back now, which is going to help. So I think Banford comes in, and I think I don't take a hit. I kind of want to. I want to do Lingard to Foden or Mahrez. It's super tempting because I just think they're both going to start. Because the way it is now, for Game Week 36, we've got a whole week off, and then it's a quick turnaround. So maybe some of the rotation will be in that second game. And then for the last day, maybe some of the more prominent first 11 come back in. Aguero must start the last game, surely. I know the penalty wasn't good, but surely he starts the last week. Last home game for Man City. Pep is a sentimental man, I reckon. He's definitely starting Aguero that week. But I'm, Vardy to Banford is probably on. Vardy's in the team, so I'm going to sell him. So I prefer to set it out how it's going to look and then go from there. Obviously, yes, I would play Burn, but I'm not going to do that. I have a transfer which I'll use at the end of the week. Calvert-Lewin, I think if you've got him, great, you get Sheffield United. But if you were bringing someone in, I think I would bring in Banford ahead of Calvert-Lewin because Calvert-Lewin's just got Man City on the last day and I just don't want him. Carlos has going 80 points at the moment, 26k overall rank, very nice. Happy Days Greenwood will start the next one, possibly. If not, he definitely gets minutes in the Liverpool game. Who to switch Maguire for? Let's see if he's fit first. Otherwise, Dallas is probably a good straight swap. Aguero's really tricky, to be honest, because it's a full week. The thing is, if it was like if there was like Premier League, then midweek, then Premier League, it'd be easier to guess. But there's a whole week off, and De Bruyne, Gundogan. I mean, that's if De Bruyne's fit. De Bruyne, Gundogan, Foden and Mahrez have all just been rested. They're not all going to get rested again. So I think Aguero is tricky. It's not really just the penalty, to be honest. So I'm a little bit put off. And to be honest, even when I was considering it, I knew that the right move was probably Vardy downgrade, then just have money to play with. And if I don't use it this week, maybe I'll do that in 37 or 38. Basically, because of the way I've planned my team out, my team looks pretty good for the rest of the season. Possibly could make a defender transfer at some point. Maybe Chambers or Tierney in Game Week 37. I don't know who else I would go for in 37. I'd have to have a think, but I don't really have too many transfers to make now. Unless players get injured, of course. Banford or Antonio and Iheanacho for 36. Right now I'm thinking Banford, but I don't think either player is a mistake. I think the fact that Dunk got injured is probably a little bit helpful. I don't think it suddenly makes Brighton pushovers, but I'm probably going to go Banford, I think. I'm not fully sold on that yet. I need to look into it a bit more, but this is a reaction stream. My gut instinct is Banford. Yeah, Aguero's definitely starting the last game of the season, 100%. And it's against Everton. I'd be tempted to go there maybe if you needed a massive punt. Those Mendy points, honestly, so dirty. So glad I went for Alisson over Schmeichel at the minute. Very nice. 85 points, Kartik, huge. Congratulations. Yeah, Schmeichel, awful. Awful. Yeah, if Maguire had never played in the first place, I would have had a Crystal Palace defender off the bench too, but it is what it is. Took a 20-point hit and it's paying off. Very nice. We just take a -8 to field 11 and 36. As always, possibly, depends what the -8 is, right? I said this on the deadline show. I wasn't against taking hits in 35 and in 36 to kind of get through a tricky situation. Will I be making a free hit draft for 36? Maybe. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not, though. But maybe. 55 is not too bad. We've still plenty of games to go, you know. I mean, tomorrow is Burnley Fulham, isn't it? It is, yeah, Burnley Fulham. So then that's the first round of games done. Then we're on to the second round. That's where it gets interesting. Any thoughts on targeting Sheffield United, aka Calvin in 36, Wilson in 37, Wood in 38? I have a feeling, like, yes, it's a good theory because Sheffield United are bad, right? And I too have looked up Wilson in 37 and maybe even Keegan for 38. I'm not against it. I just have a feeling that using 3 transfers just won't end up being worth it on those players. But the thing is, if you did Calvert-Lewin and then you did Wilson, if you had a different player come up that you needed to swap, at least Wilson's got a Fulham last day of the season, so you wouldn't necessarily be forced to sell him. Seamus, how's it going? Well done this season. I'm free hitting for 36. Other than the City lads you mentioned, who else are good shouts? I think triple Liverpool is a must. Like, they're playing West Brom. I think something I kind of wish I'd done. I still don't know if I'm going to lose out because of it. I'd strongly consider Trent, Salah and Mane if you can fit it in. If not, I don't know. I think Jota's going to start it. I think Jota's going to start West Brom. So I think he looks great too. But Salah would be like one of the first things on my free hit. And then I think Mane's just such a nice differential. Obviously, I'm regretting it now because he got 11 points this week. But he's like a good differential that is not just a differential for the sake of it. And then I think you have to target that Everton-Sheffield United game. So Calvert-Lewin has to be in. Luca Dean would be in for me. And then elsewhere, I mean, take your pick. Aston Villa against Palace, if Grealish is back. If Grealish starts the next game, I'll be tempted by Grealish because he's a big differential now. And Crystal Palace defence is still poor. Like, I can't believe I watched Crystal Palace Sheffield United. It was so bad. I know Crystal Palace did all right. There was a lot of shots in that game. But they're just such poor sides, I thought. And obviously, don't completely ignore Spurs versus Wolves, maybe. But I think have a strong consideration to Villa. You might want Bruno for 37. Nah, I don't think so. I'm just going to go without him for the rest of the season. I would love it if he scored 2 more penalties, though. 1 penalty against Leicester, 1 against Liverpool. So take him out for his penalty against City, get De Bruyne and who outscores him, then free hit him back in for a penalty. His next goal, that was so good. I really enjoyed that penalty. It's even better than him scoring an open play goal, to be honest with you. Mendy to Pickford and Ian Atchett to Banford for -4 to field. Yeah, I like that, yeah. Pickford's okay for the rest of the season. It's Man City last day, so it's not ideal. You could go Meslier instead, potentially. And then, yeah, Nacho to Banford for 11 players for a 4-point hit. Sounds good. Benteke could have had a double-digit haul, yeah. Yeah, Leeds definitely a good shout, yeah. I mean, the season where you can just create a narrative, right? So Newcastle, right, hang on, let me just check the table a sec. So West Brom are down. It's just Fulham now that can stay up, but they're not going to stay up, especially if they lose tomorrow, right? So Newcastle are ahead of Brighton now. They're ahead of Brighton. They're ahead of Southampton. Southampton have a game in hand. But Newcastle are basically safe. They're on 39 points. Fulham can get a maximum of 39. And Fulham's goal difference is worse. So Newcastle need 1 more point to stay up, right? So Newcastle are done. They're going to stay up at this point. We all know that. So you can create yourself a narrative, right? Sheffield United, Fulham. You know what? You should definitely go for Callum Wilson. They've got nothing to lose. They're just going to go attacking perfect. Or, yeah, I steer clear of Newcastle. They've got nothing to play for anymore. Are they really going to go for it? Callum Wilson, okay, yeah, he might want to get good for England, but he also doesn't want to get injured. It's time to create your narratives to force your decisions, basically. Early picks from promoted championship teams. I'll be completely honest with you, like I am every season. I got no idea. No idea. I obviously know some of the Norwich boys because they were in last year. So Pookie, Cantwell, etc. Buendia maybe if they don't get sold. But I don't know. I'm not clued in. I always do my research at the start of the season. To be honest, I often don't go for championship sides unless they've got really good fixtures to start. I like to just see how they're going to do. Yeah, Sarr from Watford. Obviously, he did well. We all remember that game against Liverpool where they absolutely smashed them. And Liverpool obviously still went on to do really well, but that sticks out. Was it 3-0, something like that? Yeah, a lot of people have said this. Is it Tommy? I thought it was T-O-N-E-Y, the Brentford forward. A lot of people touting him if they go up. But let's see. The update on Maguire from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was he could be back for Europa League. It could be days. It could be weeks or something like that. He's basically got no idea or doesn't want to give it away. Southampton were top of the table at some point this season. So were Spurs. So were Liverpool. Things changed quite a lot. Watkins will only miss the second game. He'll be back for Crystal Palace in game week 36. Antonio DC, a lot of questions. If you want to use, I think you need to plan ahead, right? Look at what your team like. Okay, let me show you. This is what I would do because there's lots of people looking to transfer out. What's his name? Hang on. Okay, I can make that a bit smaller. Oh my god, why does this keep happening? It's so frustrating. It's nothing to do with the website, it's just to do with OBS. Okay, so this is my team, right? I've already put Banford in, okay? So I could go to Calvert-Lewin, right? Because some people are considering him. Let me just put the chat back up in case I miss anything amazing. He left with a leg support on Maguire. Yeah. Look, he's probably not going to be okay. Maybe he will be. Let's see. If that's who you're talking about, anyway, I think you are. So yeah, Calvert-Lewin, Antonio, Banford. So this is my team for 36, right? So I'm probably going to play Martinez. I'm probably going to play Konza, to be honest, against Palace. And I'm going to play Dallas. So I'm going to bench Dawson. I'm going to bench Burn, I think. My move, like I said just a minute ago, right, is Vardy out. So it's probably going to be Vardy to someone, right? Who we're talking about? Banford, Antonio, Calvert-Lewin. So let's put Calvert-Lewin in. Perfect, right? So then I go to game week 37. This is on livefpl.net before I get asked. I've still got Martinez in goal against Spurs. Not ideal. Konza comes out. Dawson goes in. And then we just cross our fingers because they've not been good. They conceded again today. And I've not got a transfer to make here, really. I could transfer the goalkeeper. But when I look at the fixtures left for 37 and 38, I'm not seeing a goalkeeper right now worth bringing in because either I've already got 3 of their players or they just don't have 2 good fixtures. Like maybe Leno, but it's just not worth a transfer. So I'm probably going to keep him. So then in 37, I've not got a transfer to make and I still keep Calvert-Lewin against Wolves probably. And then I go into 38. Konza comes out. Dawson goes back in again. Dallas against West Brom. Palace, Trent against... I'm probably going to keep my defence. I don't really have plans to make any changes. And then I've got Calvert-Lewin against Man City. Kane and Son against Leicester. Everyone else I'm kind of happy with. Maybe not Lingard against Southampton. But Rafinha against West Brom. Jota and Salah against Palace. I'm more than happy with. So I could then transfer Calvert-Lewin out. And bring in, it could be whoever, right? Wood against Burnley, Banford. Wood against Burnley. Wood. Hang on, let me just check the transfer. Why can't I choose anyone here? Okay, I'm just going to put Banford in. So Banford is playing West Brom on the last day. Chris Wood is playing Sheffield United away, so he could be good too. And Wilson's playing Fulham. The key point is, for my team, potentially, I don't need any transfers in 37. So going for Calvert-Lewin in 36, I could do, and then use a transfer in 38. But I'm booking that in, and I'm telling myself I don't need a transfer in 37. But it does give me 2 transfers on the last day. Or, in game week 36, when I come back here, instead of going for Calvert-Lewin against Sheffield United, which is a good fixture, I just go for Banford straight away against Burnley. And then in 37, he's playing Southampton. And then in 38, he's playing West Brom, and I can do something a bit more interesting with the money. Like in 37 and 38, I don't need a transfer. Maybe I use it on the goalkeeper. Maybe I use it on, I don't know, a defender or something. I'd have 4.2 million in the bank by doing Vardy to Banford. So I've got money to play with, and I kind of like that position. Why is everyone so desperate to get rid of Iheanacho? I mean, I'm not. I'm just going to bench him. But I guess he's got a blank, and then Chelsea, then Spurs. They're not good fixtures, right? Meslier, if you don't get Banford. Yeah, that's not a bad point, actually. I could double up on Leeds' defence, yeah. I guess I haven't considered that because I kind of figured that I would probably just get Banford in. You can't see it on the... Yeah, you can't see it because of the way I've cut it. Hang on. I just get rid of the chat set. This is the full website, right? So yeah, Leeds fixtures: Burnley, Southampton, West Brom, Fulham. I'm not going to get a Fulham goalkeeper in. I'm not going to buy Pickford when he's got to play Man City, and also it's only 37 and 38 because Crystal Palace away is okay. So yeah, I could go Meslier and not go for Banford, but I just don't know if it's worth using a goalkeeper transfer. I really don't. Fabianski, but I don't want to double up on West Ham defence. But yeah, that's how I'm thinking at the moment anyway. So that was a very long way of answering everyone's questions about, whether they should go for Calvert-Lewin, etc. In my opinion, if you've got a team you think already is going to need transfers in 37 to 38, or you've got them booked in, or you want to do something different, I wouldn't go Calvert-Lewin. I'd just go straight to Banford or Antonio. Antonio's fixtures are obviously the same as Lingard, so Brighton, West Brom, Southampton. I don't think there's much difference between Antonio and Banford. I really don't. Banford's on penalties. That might just swing it for me. What about Martinez to Ederson if you have a lot of funds? Yeah, that is actually not a bad shout at all. Would Ederson get a rest on the last day? I mean, it is at home, so probably not. But that's not a bad shout at all. Like I said, I've not given it huge consideration yet because if I get to 37 and I've only got one... I just don't think here's why I don't think I make a goalkeeper change. Because I'm definitely using a transfer this week. So when I go into 37, I'll only have one. So the decision then will be to use it on a goalkeeper or to have 2 in 38. And I think I go for 2 in 38 because I can just do something different. It's the last week, 2 free transfers. I think that's better than subbing out Martinez. I think. We'll soon find out, right? We'll soon find out. Okay, sorry. Let's see if I'm... Damien, how's it going? 69 points, nice. Regretting Bale, but Zaha was rubbish. True, so far. Glad I kept Guaita, yeah, good choice. Hoping for a big haul from Salah if Maguire's out on Thursday. Yeah, Maguire being out does help Liverpool. Plus, obviously, they've got to play Leicester as well. But yeah, good shout on Ederson, Mark, for sure. If you already have Lingard, then you wouldn't want the double up. That wouldn't bother me, to be honest. I would just make my decision independent of having Lingard. If I thought Antonio was better than Banford, I would. I mean, the thing is, I can actually go... why is that now cut off? Let me move this across. So one thing I have considered, I'll just get rid of that for now, is in 36, I can go for Banford, and in 37, I can go Iheanacho to... Hang on, let me just... Oh, I can't bloody search. Hang on, let me just put this. To Antonio... And then I just bench one of these players. But who do I bench? Salah versus Burnley, Son versus Villa, Jota versus Burnley, Rafinha versus Southampton, Lingard versus West Brom. I don't want to bench any of them. Right? I mean, I could bench Lingard and just play Antonio, but it's just a waste of a transfer. So it's going to annoy me not going for Antonio, I think. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I wish I did. But that's another option. Oh, man, I've cut this off. I need to set up more screens so I can play around with that properly. Yeah, I'm not going to make a keeper transfer in 37, to be honest. If I had 2 free transfers, I would. And there was nothing else to do. But I won't. Wasn't expecting Saka to return with day start at left back. Yeah, not ideal, but he got the return. He's just such a good player. I've definitely got my eye on him for next season. Few hits as possible is the key. Yeah, I don't need hit. I just don't need hits. That's why I want 2 free. That's why 2 free transfers in 38 would be so good because let's go down to the fixture. I know we're looking ahead a bit. I know people are on free hits and stuff, but So I'd already have a triple up on Leeds, right? So I'm covered there. I wouldn't have any Man United players, but I don't know if I'd be that bothered. Plus, it's only 3 days to the Europa League final, and top four's already done. I'd already have Lingard and Dallas here. No Chris Wood. There's not too. I mean, Chelsea punts could be nice with a week before the Champions League against Villa. I'm just thinking, could I do something interesting? I want to leave my options open. And Man City versus Everton, I think Everton's a good side to target. My main issue with this game is, how are we going to pick it? I think it's going to be difficult to pick who's definitely going to start in that game, because there's a week to the Champions League, but it's the last home game of the season with fans in as well. So what is the interesting move? I think it's potential. I think for me, if I just quickly go back to this team, I think potentially something interesting to do with the defence. But to be honest, I'd probably just give Dawson the Southampton game and just go back to hating the fact I didn't go for Sofao. I don't know. I'm kind of, after this week, I'm stuck for transfers. Obviously, something will happen. Something could happen before the end of this week. But there we go. Saka will be a lot more expensive. Yeah, but just because players go up in price doesn't mean they're not worth it. Like, what is he now? He was started like 5.5. He'll probably be 7.5. Could still be really good value, especially if he gets a consistent spot in, one of the forward positions, like he has most of the time. Have we thought about how you could get Mane involving Vardy out? Yeah, I just have to sell Jota. Yeah, I could do it. I'm not really put off Jota like a lot of people are. If he keeps starting, I'm okay with him. Ideal situation for me is that he doesn't play against Man United, then plays against West Brom. So I'm not really that worried about it. Should I use my wildcard? Yes, just use it. There's only 3 weeks left. You're not going to use it this week. When are you going to use it? Cavani's on fire. Cavani's just a brilliant player. He really is. Really is. Really is. Surely back home teams in 38. Yeah, possibly a good point. Who's playing at home in 38? Arsenal. I mean, Chelsea could upset Villa, couldn't they? Fulham, Leeds already. So I won't have any less. Well, I will have Leicester players, but they'll be on the bench. Yeah, Man City's the one, obviously. Maybe I use 2 transfers on Man City players. Who knows? Who knows? I'm not going to worry about it right now. We've still got a few weeks left until we get there. In fact, 2 weeks a day, the season will be over. Be over. I'll be sat here drowning my sorrows. Can you get a hell yeah? Hell no. Will Cancelo be in mid next season? Nope. Was surprised when there were triple captainships used so late in the season with so many double gaming fixtures that had gone by. Yeah, decent if you went for Fernandes. I mean, if you didn't go for Fernandes this week on triple captain, and you've not used it, I don't know what people are waiting for. Regret not bringing in Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I mean, everyone will. Didn't go for him. How many points your free hit got compared to your team? John, how's it going? You're up to like 14th in the world now, aren't you? Mad. I need to start using something like FPL Gameweek or whatever it's called next year, so I can do league updates on the stream because they already update them. I really think of playing Pep Roulette. Maybe. I don't know. I'll just see what position I'm in on the last day. See how I'm feeling. Is the suit coming back out for the last day? Possibly, yeah. Possibly. How much would my old team got? I mean, I haven't worked it out, to be honest. But I don't think I would have... I mean, I would have played Trent and Jota, for sure. And I would have played Kane and Son. I mean, I would have made a transfer to get Fernandes, to be honest. So Vardy would have probably gone. I don't really know what I would have done. But my old team would have done it okay-ish, but nowhere near as good as my free hit team, I don't think. I don't think I would have started Dallas, for sure. I would have benched him. I don't think he would have come on. So I'm not worrying too much about what my old team would have done. I think my free hit team has to be better because at the end of the day, I've planned for it like that. You know, if I didn't have the free hit, I would have planned differently and had different players in, I'm sure. Free hit active, Mahrez, Foden, Stones in. Any suggestions? Just the ones I've already mentioned, really. I think for Man City, Mahrez and Foden is probably where most people are going to go. Otherwise, yeah, all the other players I've already mentioned. Kev, how's it going? Goodwin starting 36. I would say that anyone that didn't start for City, that's your usual starter, is a good option this week. And anyone that did start, I'd be a little bit worried about. Outside of that, I don't know if we're going to get any more clues, to be honest. We haven't got any news on De Bruyne, I don't think. Can you go back to your game week 1? I mean, I can. Don't know if it's that interesting, though. This is my game week 1 side. Not bad. I don't think it was that bad. I got 78 points. Look, Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw right from the start. I mean, I got cold feet on him very quickly. He did get injured, so it didn't really matter. He's been great since then. Luke Shaw, I know. Everyone laughed. This was my biggest mistake in my game at one side. Pulisic. Oh, I still hate that. The rest of it I thought was okay-ish. Not that bad. I mean, Basuma obviously played because Pulisic was out, which we didn't know. I mean, we kind of... I don't want to get into the debate about whether we knew he wasn't going to play or not, because I don't think it was that clear from Frank. 14th in the world, very nice. Number 1 and 2 in the world, got no Bruno as a non-Mendy under those. Yeah, exactly. The Mendy, that's the thing. Right now, the free hit hasn't massively done better. But then again, for me, I've knocked 1,000 off my rank, so I'm kind of happy. Later on the drive home. What player would you definitely have in your team at the start? Honestly, none. Don't lock yourself into definite players because price and fixtures dictate everything. You know, I can sit here and say that Salah would definitely be in my game at one side. If his opening fixtures are like Chelsea, Man United, Leeds, Man City, he ain't coming anywhere near my team. If he's priced at 14 million, obviously. There's a few interesting things, though, for next season. How will they price Mane? Like they have to price Mane cheaper than Salah. I said it at the start of the season. Pricing Salah the same pricing Mane and Salah at the same price to the start of the season was a mistake because you always pick the one with penalties when they're the same price. There was almost no discussion in my mind about going for Mane. So he has to be cheaper than Salah. And the way that he scored points this year, I wonder if we could get 1 million less. I don't know if they'll drop it that much, but I think 0.5 million difference definitely. If it's 1 million less difference, there's a conversation to be had. Although I'd probably still side with Salah, to be honest, because penalties are just so good. Like Bruno Fernandes next year, he will go up in price, and for large periods of this season, I haven't owned him, and I wonder if I'll do the same next year. So he started at 10.5, didn't he? Yeah, he'll be 11.5 next year. Excuse me, I would say. He'll be a tough sell for me, I think. Will your rank after this week dictate your play until the rest of the season? I don't know, to be honest. I feel like my second half of the season has just been a bit boring. I've been like red, stay the same, green, red, stay the same. It's all a bit boring. And I don't feel like I've made too many mistakes. It's just like lots of players have converged. So if you miss like someone like Lingard, it's kind of really hurt. Like a few weeks ago. So I don't think so. If I was like 2k top 1k, I think I'm doing Banford to Vardy, Vardy to Banford. I don't think it's going to matter what the rank is. I just can't see another more interesting player right now. Leeds players will all go up in price. Rafinha will be 7.5, something like that, 8. Banford will probably be 7.5 to 8 as well. Dallas will be a midfielder, so he won't be even interesting to us anymore. And there are generally more penalties early in the season. There was this year, but I think a lot of that was down to the rules, which they kind of started changing as the season went on. I wish the players were overall more expensive, so it's more rewarding. Every year, the same thing's going to happen. Oh, we can't build a team. Everyone's too expensive. Bam, here's some cheap gems. Boom, you build value, you get bigger hitters in. Same every season. Spurs assets, do we keep for the remaining fixtures? Yeah, there's potentially something interesting to do with them. I think for me, I'm definitely keeping for the next two. I mean, Leeds aren't pushovers on their day, and I think Villa at home is a good fixture. So I don't really, I'm not really got cold feet on them, to be honest. I think Son and Kane definitely play. We know what Kane's like for chasing things like the Golden Boot. I'm holding, I think, for now. I think Foden might be in my first draft. Yeah, possibly. Again, it's all going to depend on fixtures and price and stuff like that. Watkins will be back, yeah. Rafinha, 8 million. He could be like 7.5, 8 million, yeah. It depends how they want to do it. For me, if Rafinha is 7.5, that's still a really good price, I think. I really do. But that's the thing. That's what look, we'll obviously talk about it next year. But that's what you need to do. You need to kind of think about, okay, a player's gone up. Does that actually make them a bad option? Like, if Calvert-Lewin started the season next year at like 10.5, which he won't, by the way, but if he did, then obviously, yeah, I can tell you right now, it's probably not going in my team anytime soon. But Rafinha going up 2 million to 7.5, still probably quite a good price. But again, it's going to depend on what the fixtures are for other midfielders, how other midfielders are priced. I just don't lock myself into players this early in the season. I think, yeah, Foden, should do a stream on day the game opens and don't check player prices beforehand, like a reaction stream. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be able to do that next year. Yeah, yeah, next year's gonna be good. Yeah, Dallas will be a midfielder for sure. You need Bruno for Fulham. I'm not. Maybe, yeah, maybe I do. But the thing is, I don't know if he plays the last game of the season away from home. So the thing is, let's say I do Vardy out, Banford in. The only way, I don't even think I can get Bruno, unless it's Son out. I don't want to get rid of Son before Aston Villa. Yeah, I just can't get Fernandes in one move. So it'd have to be Son, and Son in the same week, Son would have Villa. So I'm just going to go the rest of the season without Fernandes. See how much it hurts. Trouble is, the FPL released most of the interesting prices a lot early. Yeah, true. And I will see though. I'm not staying off Twitter, you know. When will FPL start next year? No idea. I think. I mean, last year was weird because obviously COVID. The year before, I think it released at like July 2nd or 3rd or something like that. It released while I was away. Oh, that was so annoying. I don't want to be away this year when it releases. I want to be on it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much we want to get into player positions and prices for next season because obviously, I mean, I guess Game Week 36 is still quite far away and we've still got a lot of matches in 35. But Dallas will. I would need to go and see how many times Dallas has started as a centre mid, but I'd say it's enough to make him a midfielder next year. Keeper's good for the run. I think a lot of people have said Meslier. I'd agree with that. By Sancho next year, yeah, he'll be good. Will Grealish injury mean he'll be cheaper because his stats will be affected? They won't make Grealish cheaper. They'll probably make him more expensive, if anything. But again, Grealish could be 8.5, something like that. Still good. Could still be a good price. The most interesting thing about Grealish, right? And again, I know everyone doesn't like stats. That's perfectly fine. You can use your own ways to pick players. But I particularly like stats at the start of the season. So this season, Bruno Fernandes, his expected goal involvement per 90 is 0.56. So a goal or an assist every other game. For Grealish, it's 0.56 as well. Grealish slightly more creative, slightly less goal threat, but it's not much in it. This is literally just the penalties that are the difference. Grealish is basically Fernandes without penalties, which is really interesting, I think. So Grealish, yeah, even at 8.5, I'd strongly think about him. Greetings from Kuala Lumpur. Hello. Greetings from Galway Island. Doesn't sound quite as exotic, does it? I just think Dallas would be too expensive for me to consider him. But, I mean, I said the same thing about Doherty, and then I was considering him at the start of the season until he moved. So you don't know. Mason Mount next season could be good, yeah. How did I not manage to not use the free hit? Because I didn't need it in Game Week 18 because I wildcarded. Game Week 29, I probably should have used it, but I didn't. And then 33, I didn't need it because I knew this was going to happen in 35. So that's it, basically. I'm doing 74 points on screen in the bar. This is the team so far. I'll leave this up for the rest of the stream now. The bonus points are in. Nice. Oh, no, they're not. Oh yeah, Smith Rowe. Sorry, I just didn't refresh it before. By Kilman or Mitchell for the remaining weeks. I mean, Mitchell probably. Dallas has played 17 at fullback and 15 in midfield. Interesting. But what I would say, hang on, while we're doing this, I like discussing player positions and price for next season. I know people get bored of it, but I quite like it, to be honest. Like Werner, yeah, Werner would definitely be a forward next year again. Wait, why does that keep coming up? Stop auto playing. Jesus. Yeah, the thing is for him is most of his left back, right back positions were at the start of the season. Since game week 20, he's only played left back three times he started at left back. So I'm saying now Dallas will be a midfielder. I'll bet money on it. Obviously, they might change the way they do things. Like Salah, for me, will definitely be a midfielder unless they change how they do player positions. But yeah, Dallas definitely midfielder for me. In my opinion, Bruno definitely plays next to the title's still up for grabs. Possibly, yeah. But even Solskjaer said earlier, it's not gonna happen basically. You can't bench boost and free hit the same week. I've used my bench boost as well. My bench boost was decent anyway this year. It was like 26 or something like that in a single game. I think I had Martinez though in a double. Should get John Joe Shelby for the City game. Okay. Dele Alli, not a bad shout to be honest. Has your FPL? Don't use the app. The app's really bad. Okay, I feel like we're just talking about next season. We're that bored of this season already. Do hit the like button if you're enjoying it, by the way. And also, I'll do a quick shout out for the Patreons because there has been some new sign-ups since the last video. If you want to check it out, there is a link in the description below. Big shout out to Kabir C and Vikas V as well, who have signed up since the last video. But yeah, hit that like button. Hit subscribe as well. My first season playing FPL, currently topped 6k. Very nice. Very nice. Who do you think will rise the most in price? I mean, Fernandes is going to get 1 million rise, I think. Is anyone going to get more? I mean, there probably will be. Players like Rafinha and Saka, I think, will get like 2 million rises. Biggest regret this season? Son to Pulisic game week 1. Honestly. Before game week 1. It would be so annoying if I didn't do it literally at 10:59. What's your green arrow going up to this week? Well, right now it's going up to 2,200. Top 1k is possible. So, what am I looking at? Oh, yeah. So if I go to live FPL, I am 18 points off the top 1k. So it's still possible. Don't know how different I want to go to get there, though, in the last few weeks. I don't want to blow anything, but I'm 42 points ahead of top 10k, which is good. I'm 100 points ahead of 50k. But I'm only 627 points off 4 million, so I've got to be careful. Don't see Saka rising more than Rafinha. No, I'm not saying more. I just think they both could be around the 7.5. Maybe even up to 8, but I doubt it. Oh, 15th season playing. Best finish 3k. Currently 4.6. Mark, it's on. It's on. Do you ever think about having 2 FPL accounts and having a poll to decide your team and then have your main team? I thought about it, but I feel like it wouldn't be worth the hassle to manage. What will Gundogan be? I mean, what was he this year? What was Gundogan? Was he 5.5? He was mad cheap, wasn't he? He was 5.5. I mean, he'll be 8 probably, 7.5 or 8. I don't know if they'll price him the same as Foden and Mahrez. I think he'll be a little bit cheaper. Am I going to FPL Fest on Friday the 13th of August? I don't know, to be honest. I mean, for a few reasons, I don't think so. But not because I don't want to, just because... that could be deadline day. So it's like the worst timing for me is to not be able to stream and stuff on deadline day, right? Potentially I'll be able to stream from the venue, but I don't know if I want to trust it, even if it's a possibility. It's just not a good day. I don't think that for me. Honestly, I think it's a great day for people that want to go. Like just what's the word? Regular FPL managers that don't create content. It's a great day because you get to talk together, etc. And then the the deadline comes in, you all get to chat about it, watch the game. It's perfect. But for me, it's not so great. Also, to be honest with you, it's like in August and I don't even know if I can fly out the country yet. I've not seen my family for like 19 months, so that's going to be my first port of call when I can get out of Ireland, and then I'll see if I can get over for it. I want to, like, I will go to one of them at some point. I just don't know if the day the season probably opens is the day for it. How many points are you on? I'm on 2416. Jeez, I'm on 2318. You're over 100 points ahead of me, and I'm like 2k. It's mental. If you go and search for FF Fest on Twitter, you'll find the Twitter account. They're having like a festival. They're trying to make a festival out of it and just get it bigger, like bigger events and stuff like that. Should be pretty cool. The venue looks great. They said it was a good connection. I know, but then like how do I get my computer over there? Will a laptop work? It's all these things. And the opening day of the season is just not a day to be stressing about being able to stream and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. Top 3 on every position to the end of the season. I'd have to have a think about that. Maybe ask me that for the game week preview and I'll have a proper think. My biggest learning from this season, don't use transfers on defenders. Yeah, I did that for a lot in the opening, like probably 16 weeks. And I've used a lot recently. I mean, I did get a few injuries and stuff like that. Like it was, and obviously the Alonso move was stupid. But yeah, I do like set and forget, even if they're not doing great. I just think, at least this season anyway, it's worked better for me to move my attackers around more. At the end of the season, I might go back and have a look how many times I've sold big hitters. But I'm pretty sure Salah, Kane, and Son I've sold at least twice each. Who am I supporting in the Champions League final? No one. It's just like bad outcome and bad outcome, you know. I'll link you the Twitter account. Hang on, it does exist. Chill out, relax. Don't do it. This is FF Fest. There you go, just put the Twitter link. I'll spam it a few times. They're selling tickets already. Some of my best weeks have been when I've played 5 at the back. Really? On purpose, though? Have you played 5 at the back? Oh, who will win the Champions League? I don't know. I mean, Chelsea seems to be doing alright against City recently. I still think Man City, though. I've not been back home to Ireland in 18 months. Booking flights in August. You can fly to Ireland, UK without doing tests. Already or in August? I've not really read into it much, to be honest. Like I said, I've just had my first vaccines. Hopefully when I've had my second one, I can start going, I guess. If I can get over to see the family and then like have that ticked off, and then I've still got time to go to FF Fest, then I might do. But we'll see. Champions League final watch along, not on this channel, I don't think. I have considered I'm probably going to make some Euros content on this channel. Not like to the extent that I do the FPL content, but I don't know, maybe like a couple of 1 or 2 videos a match whatever it's called, a round. So like the first lot of games in the group stage, the second, the third, then quarters, etc., or the knockout round, then the quarters, etc. So I was thinking about maybe doing some watch-alongs for the Euros. I don't want to put people off because I know some people would just subscribe for FPL, but I think doing Euros content's fine. I don't think that's really a big deal. If people don't want to watch it, it's fine. But maybe some watch-alongs of the Euros, maybe. Next watch-along, maybe in Game Week 36. I've already been looking. So Burnley versus Leeds, 12:30 on a Saturday. That's got to be up for contention. Or maybe West Brom Liverpool at 4:30, because that could be my captain on a Sunday. I'm going to decide next week. Hopefully, though, I won't be able to do one for Game Week 30. I don't know. Game Week 37 actually looks like it could be quite good. I don't know. I'll see. I don't know if I'm going to do 37. I'm definitely doing 38, and I might do 36. I don't know about 37. That'd be tricky. Yeah, Fantasy Euro. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't know how much it'll be, but yeah. See you later, Fuzzy. Free hit draft for next week. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean they're not. Yeah, I might be able to fit one in. About you again. I'm probably going to play Euros Fantasy. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty. When I say that, I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, I am. We'll see how we do though. I mean, I've got to be honest. My knowledge on the Euros maybe isn't quite up to scratch like it is for FPL. Hazard just got a 94th minute equaliser from Madrid. Who are they playing? I don't even know who they're playing. Yeah, I think Mark's joining me in Gameweek 38. We might see if we can get someone else on. I haven't given it much thought, to be honest. I think someone else suggested Mark came on. And it kind of, I think I said I'll be in touch or something. Will I take up a part-time job once the season ends? Hell no, hell no. I will take a nice little break and then we'll get on with the Euro stuff and then into FPL. I've got a lot planned for FPL next year. A lot planned. Quite a lot planned, anyway. I've already got my content list going. Crystal Palace watch for this week. Nah, I don't. Nah, the games are too late. Maybe if Fernandes, Greenwood, and Maguire all start versus Leicester, then I might do it. Jesse Lingard, do you think I should take out Bruno for myself? No way. I am wearing a Vivo Active 4 with a face that I bought for Christ, I'm so achy. With a face that I bought for like $1.25, $1.25 I think. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. I know we've kind of gone a bit off piece with like the next season talk and stuff like that, but you know what? It is what it is. We can talk about what we want. I might do another. No, I don't want to promise another stream, but maybe before the week's out. And obviously deadline stream as well. This week is the last Friday deadline, 6:30. Then it's Tuesday at 4:30 UK time, and then it's Sunday at 2:30. So we've got some weird weeks to come. Obviously, we're doing deadline streams with all of them, etc. Yeah, to be honest, I probably won't do watch-alongs for England games, so I'll probably just watch them in the comfort of my own home, in front of my TV. I don't think many Irish pubs will be showing them, or even be open, to be honest. But yeah, I respect that. Yes, anyway, I'm leaving it there. Please do give it a like, hit that subscribe button if you are new around here. And I'll be back with content from tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Good stuff. Go and hit that like button. On your way out, just do me a favor. Just, hit like, hit subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Have a good evening and catch you tomorrow.